Blink-182's The Rock Show is a cool little punk influenced tune. It starts off with a little melody, but let's just figure out the chords underneath that melody. We're doing an A, D, up on the 5th fret of the A string, and an E, sliding that D one more whole step up to the 7th fret. Those are our 3 chords, and we're playing them in very punk fashion, playing them as a bar chord and all downstrokes. So we've got 4 measures, 2 on the A and then 1 apiece on the D and the E. One, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and that goes on underneath the melody, and the melody does this. Okay, so we go 1 and 2 and just on the open A, then we hit our 7th fret on the A string. This is all along the A string. 7th fret on the A string, 5th fret on the A string, and then we go 4, open, and then 4, and do a pull off to the open. And then we repeat that, and then this part changes. Go up to your 7th fret with your pinky, and then 4, pull off. So it's really just that one note up on the 7th fret that's changing that second time. And then we get, after that little intro, we do 2 measures of an A power chord, palm muted, just straight 8ths again. So just 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and we do that for 2 measures. And then we get into the verse, and it's the same as the intro in terms of chords. We just want to put a palm mute. In the intro, you don't worry about palm muting. You just want it to sound huge. But in the verse, we kind of dial it back a bit just by adding that palm mute. So you can just take the palm mute off for every beat 1, 2 and 3 and 4, and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, and 1, 2 and 3 and 4, and 1, 2 and 3 and 4, and there's your verse. Okay, the next section that we have to talk about is the chorus, and the chorus again starts on A. Okay, so it does this little 2-bar rotation where we go 1, 2, 3 on A, and then we do a very grungy punk sort of open string thing here where we can hit some open strings. 4 and we go down to our F sharp on the 2nd fret of the bottom string. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and then some more open strings, 2 and 3, and we go up to the D again on the A string. And then we go back to our A. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. So there we go. And we do that 3 times. After that, instead of on the 4th time, instead of going to the A, we're going to go to the E. Up to a D. Back to the E. Back to the D. Now, when we go back to the E again, we have to do a couple of 16ths in there. Okay? 1 and 2 E and 3 and 4 E and. And then we go back to the intro. So that whole chorus is going to go like this. I'll play it slow. Okay, the last section we have to talk about, there's a little bridge section, and that's 16 measures, but it's really just an 8 measure rotation that repeats. The first time the rhythm guitar does nothing, there's just a little melody that comes in, and the little melody that you hear is doing this. That's all it's doing. So you bar the 2nd fret and you play on the B and the G string, and then you repeat that, but put your 2nd finger down on the 3rd fret, and then back to the 2nd fret. That's all, that just repeats around and around for that whole section. So the main rhythm guitar, though, is tacit during the first half of that bridge, but the 2nd rotation, it kicks in, and this is the chord progression for that. We start on an F sharp, 2nd fret of the low string, and we're just going to, again, do all downstrokes, 8th notes, no palm mute, just 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and we're going to do 2 measures on that F sharp, up to a D on the 5th fret of the A string, to an A, that open A power chord, and then E for 1 measure, back to the D, and then back into the chorus. So that whole thing is going to go like this. Yeah, and back into the chorus. The only thing that you'll notice is on that very last measure of the bridge section, I just hit some open strings again to get into that chorus. Kind of gives it a cool sound. Those open strings always sound really cool when they're fast like that. So there is Blink-182 Rocks, the rock show. I hope that you enjoyed learning that. Put all those pieces together and you'll be rocking. Let's get on to the next tune.